So, my people, I welcome every one of you that is joining me on this live video. And I want us to talk about what is going on in Nigeria, the high cost of living, and how the ruling party is taking it, and the accusations and the counter accusations that we are hearing. But first of all, I want to take us back to 2012, thereabouts, before this government came into power. So I want to share some of the mindset that they had when they were coming into power, right? Because not just because you got power doesn't mean that everybody should just look on like you don't have any excuse, and then you just kind of find the people that have to take the blame. It just have to be the banker, it has to be the this. Somehow it just excludes the government. Then what is the government there doing? Like, the people you are talking about that they are to be blamed are your subordinates. They are working under you. Like, hey, I don't get it. Like, I'm I don't understand the argument people are making. So I want to take us back a little bit.
Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well.
So I hope this is coming out clear. So this is El-Rufai. You guys, you know El-Rufai. He is a member of the ruling party, and this is what he was saying at about 2012 or thereabout, before they came into power as the ruling party that they are right now. So I want you to listen to the mindset he has and what he was saying, and which is actually correct, which is the job of the opposition. So we have to be careful. In the sense, we are saying, oh, we are playing tribalistic politics, but in the same vein, we allow politicians to tribalize our polity. Then who is suffering it at the end of the day? So we don't want division on the basis of tribe, right? So, but in another form, we allow division in the name of tribe, and because of tribe, we are not able to kind of just remove the blindfold and see the facts for what they are. So I'm going to let you listen to what he has to say again, and you be the judge.
That has become so incompetent will be praising them and say that, oh, terrorism is happening, Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We're in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well.
They are in opposition, and the job of the opposition is to look at even the good thing that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. So while we all agree that PDP ran the country, didn't run the country well, so many things looting, but come on now, guys, can you compare? Like, at this point, are you not going to be saying bring back that corruption? Like, will it not be legit to say bring back that corruption because of the level of the things and the kind of things that was going on at the time, right? And now, and so now, at that time, it was very, very okay to blame the government, like to put the blame where it belongs, at the feet of the government. But afterwards, it was no longer legit to put the blame on the government. Somehow you just had to make excuse. I do not support people who make excuses for any administration. If you want the public to bear any brunt, you have to show the brunt you yourself you are bearing. The last time I checked, the National Assembly, they got all their money, all the cars, all everything. I did not see that they miss anyone. I did not see they slash their salaries. Like, I did not see that they have paid, like, I did not see that they have cut back in any way. I didn't see that. So how do you expect the people that who have not even, like, the only impact people are actually feeling was that low prices of fuel, and because of a few people, according to what the government is saying, according to because of a few people who you are not able to prosecute, you feel like you can put the burden on millions of Nigerians instead of prosecuting a few of the so-called people. Like, I don't get it. What is going on? They need to come out and explain it properly because it is not making sense. So you can listen to El-Rufai saying that the job of the opposition, like even the one that they are doing well, that they will do it back. And now I do not support a regime that will come out and say, if you are coming out as an opposition, that is forces. That is tribalism. That is tribalism from the government. That is wrong. The job of opposition is for the opposition to act as a watchdog, right? That opposition is actually to foster that debate, that dialogue. The opposition is supposed to be giving ideas of alternative policies that they will use, how they are supposed, like what is going on is unacceptable. If they are the one in power, they will do like this, like presenting even alternatives. And the opposition is there to hold the government accountable. And how do you hold government accountable? Even in protest, you can do that. You can also use protest to hold government accountable. It is not saying, oh, they have to bring in the forces. No, it is for you that you are in government to sit up and use all the apparatus in your hands and do your job as government. Yeah. So the opposition is there to make sure there's a balance of power. We are not in a monarchy that you will just get there. They say, oh, there will be. No, you're not in a monarchy. That's why it's a democracy. If we cannot do democracy, then let's go and look for something else to do, because opposition is there to make sure that power is balanced. Yeah. And opposition is also there to present diverse opinion. I don't understand this policy that you want everybody to think in one way and say and clap kumbaya and say, oh, the policies, everything is working fine, just be patient. What rubbish is that, please? Like, seriously? So everybody should not say, oh yeah, the democracy is to give room for diverse opinion and diverse views. And as a matter of fact, that is the job of opposition. But I'm not going to do the work of opposition for them, because, of course, obviously, they don't know their work, right? Obviously, they are looking for how to even join the ruling party. So that is the main issue. But it's a very dangerous tendency that we saw it happen during President Buhari's time, that you couldn't just critique the government for one reason or the other. And a diverse opinion was not entertained, right? I mean, not from the point of saying separate, break down the country, divide the country. No, like from a point of view, like you are looking at this government, you are looking at this administration, you are looking at the policies, you are looking at the impact on the population, and you are giving your honest, diverse view that is different from maybe what is popular, and it's supposed to be allowed. And normally it is the job of opposition to lead and bring about that diverse and different point of view and enable it, because that viewpoints that are different will bring in a balance of power. We do not want a democracy that is functioning as a monarchy. It's not a monarchy. So where is the job of that watchdog? That when I say watchdog, is somebody that is supposed to hold you accountable and put you on your feet, and that yeah, you are working, but they are there to point out what you are not doing well. Let you hear this thing.
Become so incompetent. Yeah. We'll be praising them and say that, oh, terrorism is happening. Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. That is the job of opposition. So we have no apologies for pointing out to Nigerians that this government is incompetent and has failed to provide security. If you say we are politicizing it, fix the problem so that we can't politicize it. Okay? Are we politicizing breathing of air? Every Nigerian can breathe air. We can't politicize it because there is no problem there.
Okay.
But if you fail to supply petroleum products and we say you are failing, you say we are politicizing it. Fix the problem so that we don't politicize it. If you say that there is terrorism, we are politicizing it. Eliminate terrorism.
Okay.
5 years ago, nobody was talking about terrorism in Nigeria.
Okay.
Under Jonathan, it has become an industry.
Okay.
And we should not take advantage of their failings so that they secure the votes of Nigerians in the next elections.
Okay.
There must be something wrong with them. We have.
Are you seeing it? So you don't want to take advantage of the failings of, like, if a ruling government is failing and it's obvious, there's no excuse. Please, guys, stop making excuse. You did not get into power to make an excuse. You get there, you saw the problem, you said you can fix it. There is no excuse. There's a brother I respect so much, and he was writing he said, you know, that we're supposed to know the policy is what's supposed to happen and all those kind of a thing. I'm just coming. Let me take you to Google
We
again.
have no suggestions to the government on how to improve security. They have ignored it.
I'm coming. Let me take you to Google again, and we can, for example, look at what was happening in 2022. Yeah, so I'll just show you Google. This is just you know, my this thing. So let me write Occupy Nigeria. Was it 2012 or 2013? Let me see. 2012 Occupy Nigeria. Let me see images. Occupy Nigeria. Occupy Nigeria. I didn't put Nigeria. Occupy Nigeria. So who are you seeing here? For example, I don't know. Who are you seeing here? Are you seeing them? Are you seeing them? So what were they talking about here? They were saying no fuel subsidy. So are you telling me that, like, it was something in progress, like they didn't take advantage of that situation? That is the job of the opposition. So we do not want a government that wants to be left alone and everybody should be, then you will not be pointing at their subordinates. Why? For example, if Emefiele was doing so bad, why didn't you change him? Why didn't you replace him? There was so many things you could prosecute him. There was so many things you could retire him and prosecute him. Like, I mean, do something about it. Like, you cannot tell us that, oh, Emefiele is the one, the bankers, like, who is enabling them? You cannot tell us, oh, the governors hold them accountable. They are the one holding the money. Like, you are the one. You mean you give money to governors and you don't have any control mechanism of how to make sure that the money gets to, like, hello? Then this is why that was what was going on under PDP, and people want a change. So you don't come and bastardize and make a bad situation worse. Like, let's assume PDP was doing the country bad and you not just come to run it down. Like, I don't get it. And they are telling you that there's difficulty in the land. Guys, this is the picture. Look at it. Lawyers reject the fuel price. Say no to government wastage. This is our stand. Remove corruption, not subsidy. Are you seeing it? Remove corruption, not subsidy. It was all over the place. What are we saying? And then you remove it and you are seeing the impact. It's enough for you to go back quickly to your door. So you're just saying, oh, calm down, wait. If you want people to wait, yeah, it's good. Then they'll slash all your salary to the barest minimum. Instead, you are giving yourself all the 100% benefit, buying new cars of billions. Like, seriously? So we should not be clapping. This is very wrong mentality. Like, the person that is supporting this kind of governance, you may be doing it because of religious or because of ethnic affinity, but it's a wrong way to look at things. Yeah, it's always better to be at the center so you can see clearly. Nigeria is not a monarchy. So if the democracy is not working, you want a kind of presidency that there will be no opposition, and then you tribalize the opposition. Then what kind of polity? You don't want a healthy, balanced, You don't want the political sphere of Nigeria to evolve. Of course, it's the job of the opposition to take advantage of anything that is seen as a failing. Of course, that's why it's a democracy. Otherwise, it will not. You can invent a theocracy. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. We don't have that's the job of the government. They implement the institution and make it strong. Like, do something. So, guys, good evening, Ismaila. My own is stop OT Lagbara, or what are you trying to say? Like, it's wrong to make excuses. Don't make excuses. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. Like, you don't make excuses. Our brother is saying that my position is that the government system of Nigeria is absolutely wrong. You can't use a unity system to govern over 200 tribes and expect peace and progress. And we should go back to our regional government. Regional government prevent corruption, nepotism, increase efficiency and order. Yeah, the thing is, whatever needs to be done, let it be done. And if opposition have contrary opinion, they should air it. It's allowed. Stop, seeing the vice president coming out to make such a statement, and the Senate president coming out to make statement. So, like, you want to be allowed to just be doing whatever you are doing. So nobody should say anything, because if anybody should say anything, they will be labeled. That's a very wrong approach. That is a disaster waiting, right? So, like, as of today, $1 is above 1,007. That is a wrong approach. Let me share this video with you.
Sponsored protests here and there, but those people are not aware. Most of those sponsored protests are not aware of the kind of effort being made by this Senate.
It's not about the effort you are making. It is what is visible for the people. It is what the reality in the market is, the reality on ground. It's not about the effort you are making, and you are still taking home your million salary. There's no effort there. Whereas the minimum wage is still 30,000, or maybe at most maybe 50,000. Maybe, like, it's not able to buy a bag of rice for a month. And what is the effort you are making? Like, you have not implemented a welfare system that can cater. Like, people need to have a place in the local government that they can go for basic amenities, especially for the poorest. Not everybody, of course, but those people that are really poor. There's no welfare, even like orphans. There's no government program for anybody. Nothing. And then you just remove the subsidy, and you are standing on it. You remove the subsidy, and you are seeing the impact, and some people are making noise. Like, I don't get it. Let me show you this other video that this man, the governor of Katsina State, or wait, let me play.
This issue where many people, including governors like yourself, wanted the petrol subsidy to be removed. Now that it has been removed and it's kind of inflicting hardship on the people, do you subscribe to the idea of bringing back petrol subsidy? What are your thoughts?
I think, let me make it clear to all of you.
I hope you can hear me still. He's saying that he supports the removal of the subsidy because only a few powerful Nigerians are benefiting from it. Like, seriously, you have a government, a whole government, because of a few powerful Nigerians, you subject millions. Like, Make this make sense to me, please. Make this make sense. You have a few powerful, which means they are few. You can use your hand to count them. You know them. You can't prosecute them. Why are they above the law? Hello. What kind of country, what kind of government are you running? What kind of government is there's nothing cast in stone? You are seeing the impact. So you would rather millions and the whole country perish instead of you to go and prosecute that handful. What this man is saying is deep. He's saying that the fuel subsidy was benefiting only a few powerful Nigerians at the expense of millions. And now you want to remove, like, you cannot prosecute those, you cannot hold those few accountable. And therefore, millions have to, like, I don't get it. Like, this is unbelievable, right? And now, let's assume you did it, like, okay, you did it, whatever reason you did it, and it is, you are seeing the impact is about to crash the economy. And you are saying, oh, you support it, let it be like that. You are giving excuses. I don't get it. FG is different from state government, but there are 3 tiers of government working as one in one regime. It doesn't matter. And we have the federal government, we have the Federal Executive Council, we have the legislative, we have the judiciary. I don't care. Whatever it is, let them sit together and do, or let them boot themselves out of office. That is the language that Nigerians are supposed to inculcate. Stop making excuse, no matter who you are. Stop making an excuse. It is not the job of government to go into power and start making excuses. Let me play another video for you that El-Rufai was also making at the time they were trying to come into power. I'll play that video for you in a little bit.
Or trying to find excuses. You do what you can. I was Minister of Abuja. I did not inherit a perfect. There is enough blame to go around.
There's enough blame to go around.
Once you're in charge, you have no time for blame or trying to find excuses. You do what you can.
Exactly. There is enough blame to go around. There is enough blame to go around. I know a lot of people don't like this kind of topic. People want you, like, people have created boxes. They just really want to put you in one of those boxes. Please try not to put me in any of those boxes. I will speak as my spirit is leading me. Please. I will speak as the spirit is leading me, because my intuition and how I am seeing something, my own perspective on the issue. This is what I'm saying. And as I'm saying it, I'm very, very open-minded to also see your own viewpoint and also entertain it. Like, nobody is an island of knowledge, right? And I am of the opinion that there is no excuse. I remember my mother used to say, like, when you fail, it doesn't matter the reason, the circumstances. At the end of the day, you didn't make it. You didn't make it. That is it. Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, unfortunately, but that is the end of the story. There is enough blame to go around, even in our personal lives. There are so many things that we would have done differently, that we do different. We take whether we like whether we blame or we are living the consequences of our choices, of our decisions, or even indecision, or our actions, or even our inactions. There are times you were supposed to act and you didn't act, and the consequences will come. You will bear it. There are times you're supposed to speak and you didn't speak, and the that is how it is. There's enough blame to go around. But when it comes to that, are you doing your best? What exactly are you doing? Stop telling people that are hungry big grammar. We want to be seeing it in the market. We want to see it in your own lifetime. Like, how are you showing it? You are spending billions to buy car, you are paying the highest salaries for every government worker in the world. You have civil servants, high civil servants that are literally rich based on working for government. Like, what are you trying to say? What are you showing? What is it? Well, so you want everybody to just keep quiet and say, okay, you are doing well, everybody just calm down, no protest. Any protest is sponsored. Hello. Even in this Germany, there's protest. There's protest. Transporters are protesting, farmers are protesting, doctors are protesting, kindergarten teachers are protesting. Ask people that live in this country, in spite of all the remunerations, all the amenities, because living expenses is high here. Rent is high, cost of living is high. You are walking around the clock, you don't have anything left. You can barely make your months go around. People go out to protest. There is nothing like, oh, calm down, this government is doing anything. That's not the work of government.
But once you're in charge, you have no time for playing or trying to find excuses. You do what you can. I was Minister of Abuja. I did not inherit a perfect Abuja. Those before me did many things that were not right. But
let me tell you guys, if Peter Obi won this election and became president, you cannot tell me that everybody would just sit down and allow and be watching. Like at the time this ruling party was coming into power, Naira was just going over 100 and people took to the streets. I just showed you pictures of Occupy Nigeria 2012. And you are saying that people should just relax because some El Dorado is coming. There is no magic wand. It's oneme or oneme. Is it happening or it's not happening? Are you seeing it or are you not seeing it? There's a picture that is circulating today that a man was walking on the street and he kind of fainted. Huh? Let me let this thing play, then I will show you that video a little bit. Like I was listening to this thing and I just kind of said, our people are just deceiving themselves. They don't want to tell themselves the truth, honestly. And the opposition, I don't want to do their work for them, but I don't want you to do the same thing that, for example, these people did. Like anybody that said that did not agree with what somebody was saying, then you become a saboteur. That is almost what they are doing. Like if you just have a contrary opinion, then you are not a Nigerian, you are not. That's wrong. That's a very wrong approach.
There is no blame to go around. Okay, but once you're in charge, you have no time for playing or trying to find excuses. You do what you can. I was Minister of Abuja. I did not inherit a perfect Abuja. Those before me did many things that were not right, but I did not complain once about what they did. I looked at the situation I had on ground and tried to fix what I could. I didn't solve every problem, but I was not whining and crying and saying others created the problem, so I can't do anything about it. I solved the ones I could. That is all we are asking of any government.
Okay.
That is all we are asking. Nobody said you should solve every problem, but for God's sake, show us that you are solving some.
Okay.
Nobody said you should eradicate corruption, but don't go around, pardoning convicted people.
Okay, you got the point that I'm saying. For example, our brother is saying that currency matter is a lost cause. Nigeria was paying $1.5 billion to defend the night. Like, does it matter? Like, it was holding the water. Like, what gave you the right? Why do you feel you have that audacity to come and to prop it up? Like, why? Like, this is really tenacious. Like, how can you just okay, let's assume they were propping it up. Okay, let them prop it up anyway. That's only what Nigeria has to have is benefiting from the federal government, from the state government. There's nothing else. Road, since how many years? No road, no light, no hospital. Schools government schools are nowhere to be found. There's no healthcare program running across the country. There is absolutely nothing. So, like, okay, what is the reason for not continuing to prop it up until there's a better alternative? Like, you don't just allow things to just roll like just like that. Like, like for example, you see a child, if you don't take care of the child, if you don't watch a child properly, they can run out, they can run into the street, they can get lost. Like, are you going to just sit back and say, oh, the child is going to run away anyway, let him run, let him do it? No, that's your job. Your job is there to do what you have to do to keep it going. How? You say people should face their government. How? How are people going to face their governor? With what instrument? Do people have police? Are the people you or you want a complete anarchy? You want anarchy on across the country? Like for example, if a governor is doing something against the law in the US, is it the people or is it the federal government that swoops in? The American system that we copied, when things are going wrong in the states, one thing the state government dread is for the feds to come in, because once the feds come in, they will just relinquish the authority. The federal government will take over, and they are dreading that in their states they will do what they have to do to avoid the federal government stepping in. Yeah, there are instruments. All the instruments is in the hands of the government, of the federal government, of the Federal Executive Council, of the judiciary, of the Legislative Council. Let them use it or leave the power. Stop making excuses. You say people should hold who is the people? Who are the people that will go and hold anybody accountable? With what? With what? With what are you going to hold anybody accountable? So with what? If the presidency cannot do anything, then with what are the people going to do to hold their governor accountable? Yeah, that is it. If you don't get it, then I mean, for example, APC, the ruling party, they did what they need to do. They took advantage. You heard it. They took advantage of the lapses and they got the power. So yeah, it is what it is. That is how democracy roll. But it is very wrong to not want to have a divergent view. It is very wrong to kind of say, oh, they are sponsored, oh, they are this. No, it's very wrong. President can't force governor, so the governor is just there doing anything. Then what about the federal? What about the judiciary? The judiciary? Maybe we have 3 arms of government. With what do you want everybody to be on the street doing jungle justice everywhere? Like what do they really expect when they are saying ordinary people should hold the government? Yeah, separation of power. So if the Federal Executive Council cannot do it, what is the judiciary doing? What is the legislative doing? What is it that gives them the immunity? Where does the doctrine of necessity come in? Like you don't feel it is important enough to change the structure? These people, like, this is like almost like these people are joking, like they don't take it serious. Honestly, it's like they don't take it serious. He said this is democracy. So it is democracy, but in democracy are also the opposition or people with a different opinion that has not necessarily seen it in the way that the ruling party is seeing it. Are they also allowed having that freedom to express that divergent opinion, or are they going to be labeled? That's the issue. Exactly, like our brother is saying, like if the president can't hold governors accountable, then local government chairman should not be held accountable by the governor, because we also hear that the governors are not allowing local governments to perform as independent. Like it's depending on the governors, whether the third tier of government is supposed to be federal, state and local, yeah, supposed to be working independently. And there has already been a law enacted by the last administration by President Buhari that local government should have autonomy. And still, we have a situation whereby state governors are not giving room for that. How is that possible? Yeah, because what Atiku said is what the ruling party want to hear. Doesn't mean that other people don't have another opinion, right? Our brother said all arms of government are involved in the mess, so we should not expect check and balance. The people has to take the bull by the horn. Okay, so how will the people take the bull by the horn? Unfortunately, I will not be able to do the other story of this woman that almost spied the maid. I will have to do it tomorrow. Yeah. Our brother is saying governors are the one destroying the country, so so that means they should have everybody is just kind of helpless, that they will just indefinitely have to be able to run down the country with no intervention, no consequences. I don't get it. Is that what you are saying? Yeah, I'm listening to what you guys are saying. No. Supreme Court ordered governors not to take local government money, but they ignored. So how are they? So what is the consequence for them? So does it mean there's no consequences for them? Then that's a banana republic. That yeah, like if the state is not working, then we need to have a doctrine of necessity, a revamping of the whole system, like, you know, because we cannot continue and be making excuses. Like, how do you say, okay, the governors they give them money, they are not doing anything, and there's no instrument to question it, like it's like they are getting their pocket money and doing as they please with it. Like, how does that work? At the best, then stop giving governors money. So let them generate the money from their state and do as they please with it. It's a way police come. You know, like, I don't know. For me personally, I feel like this is we accommodated that irresponsibility from all tiers of government. We just kind of accommodated, and we just kind of conditioned to accommodate. And like, if the person that is in power is from, like, for example, the accommodation that was given to President Buhari, right? And everybody was just blaming everybody around him, but never the person that was at the helm of affairs, even up till now. It was like, okay, he was just there, he didn't know, he's just a good man, he didn't know anything, like, you know. But so, you know, so at the end of the day, something is going on in a family. For example, if you come to a school, let's use a school, or if you come to a hospital and there's something going on wrong in the hospital, who do you hold accountable first and foremost? Who do you sue? In the case of, you sue the management of the hospital. They have to see how they are going to do whatever. The doctors that are misbehaving, they are going to give them a reprimand. It's coming from the management, right? From the top of management, or if it's a school, for example, maybe not just, maybe first of all, maybe the principal, maybe the headmistress, maybe the person running the school on, and then the school district, or maybe, you know, like stuff like that. So that's why those things are in place. It's not for a joke. It's not for us to make excuse. There's enough blame to go around. Please, guys, if there's something you will take away from this video, I really like that we stop making excuse. That's my position. Allow the person to come and explain and explain and explain and give example and give us. Stop making excuses. I mean, now you and everybody, now you and then they chop the billion what would they get for television? I don't get it. Like, wait till be your own inside. A lot of states are insolvent. They don't make money. We have too many states. They should be merged back to the regions. Eh? You know, that's the thing. I'm not against that. Whatever works, do it. You know, get on with it. There is job. Do something. It's high on the market. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Do something. Whatever it is. If the states are insolvent, change it. You know, like the argument that was made for creating states and creating new states, I remember, and creating new local government is like, it's going to bring the power closer to the people. You know, people are, at the end of the day, never gets to the people. It doesn't matter. That never gets to the people. So, yeah, if we stop, I think the first thing we need to do first of all is stop making excuses. You don't follow person go party, don't follow a chop. Wait till be your own for inside. They come and say, they get people where they this party, they do that. You go come they explain. Who send you? Who send you that message where you want for the explain? Eh? Stop it. They are asking for more states. You know, the states will go, you bring closer. Where is it bringing closer? Still no close. There's no closer anywhere. The Ukrainian local government, I remember back in the day, they would say autonomous community, they start using the autonomous community to fight and buy themselves. Right? So we should stop making excuses. Just it. There's enough blame to go around. You know, like, but you wanted the power, you got it, and then do something with it. Nobody's gonna sit back and just give you, allow you to baby, you know. It's not the job of the people. So the video that I was gonna show you before I close, because it's almost 11. Let me show you this video before I close very quickly. So I learned that this guy was walking on the street. I don't know how, you know, sometimes some of these videos, they are even old videos, you know, they bring them back again, but I don't know how true it is. But this video was trending today and there are a lot of pictures about it. So I decided to share like, I mean, you cannot use the incident that happened to one person to generalize about the whole country, but it doesn't hurt if you use the incident that happens to one person as a point of reference, right? So I'll show you this video right now. This man, they said, I'm not going to let it talk because there is a music going on there. No. So they said this man, he was just walking and then he collapsed on the ground. And there was no food. Like he was, you know, kind of fainted, lacking energy. And so they brought him up, and all he needed to sustain and revive him was giving him food. So they gave him a plate of rice to give him some energy, you know, so, and gave him something to drink. Is that bad? Right? So the Germans will say the saga is ernst. The matter is serious. It's a serious issue. It's not for anybody to come and make excuses. You cannot. It's like what we see with Nigerian politicians and our police. We sit in an open van, and be guiding somebody in bulletproof car. Like, you know, I've never seen an irony so physically and openly displayed. You know, this is what it's looking like. Someone is sitting inside bulletproof armored car, and you are sitting in open van to protect the person. You know, somebody is sitting in the Senate and collecting billions higher than in American government or German government, and you are sitting somewhere with your small data making excuses. Stop it, please. If you don't do anything for me, please just stop it. Eh? If there's an explanation to do, let them come and be explaining it. If there's how they are bearing, how they say everybody should bear, let them come and show how they are bearing it also. What sacrifices have they made? It's not by sacrifice, it's not only English. It's making sacrifice. Which one did you make? Which sacrifice did you make so far, so good? You know, that kind of a thing. So that's it, my brother. Duxi, I'm telling you, like, how can you be making excuses? Are you there? How much have you gotten? It's not even about how much have you gotten. You are not a part of the government. You are just like, affiliated because of ethnicity, because of religion, and then who makes you the spokesperson to come and be making excuses? Especially in dire situations, you give room for them to come and make the explanation and give us an example of the sacrifices that they are making. Let us be seeing it with our eye. As you go to the market, you are seeing it with your eye that everything have increased. And you are exchanging dollar, you are seeing it with your eye that the value of the naira is depreciated. Then the same way they should come and be giving you example, explaining it by themselves. You're supposed to be holding press conference every day. Like this kind of a thing, you have to be up on your feet everywhere. All the state houses, all the government houses, you come and explain. Even on all of this, where is the agri minister, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Interior? Where are they? What are they doing? They're supposed to be up and about giving press conference. It's not the duty of you, Mr. Data, or wherever you are affiliated from, that you now carry the matter for her. You want to explain who sent you? Hey Joe, who asked you? And then you now start to be saying they are sponsored. Nobody is sponsored anybody. Yeah, nobody is a sponsor. So don't be like the Nigerian police that sit inside open van and be guiding somebody that is inside bulletproof car. And then when something happen, now you will want to go guide person where they inside bulletproof, then they go drop by, throw away. The person where they inside bulletproof car it was already safe from the beginning. It first no need your protection, but now overdo. Now they worry that they will go stand, hang themselves for there, say that they protect person way already they protected, right? So now so I reach my tongue go. I know say they know they talk and finish, and I know that nobody know finish. If you get the one where you feel say I don't understand, well, explain for me. I am very open to learn. I want to hear. I want to know. If you feel like, oh, they have done something that I didn't take note of, I didn't understand, please, I want to know. Send it to me. Thank you. Thank you. They even pie them. They will, even some of them, they will not even see their surrounding. They will just be inside there. When Wala they come, say they will not know. It's where. Yeah, so that's the issue on ground. The issue on ground is, and keep in mind, like I'm telling you guys, the cost of living is not only in Nigeria. We have to know that even here, for example, in Europe, it's the same thing. Even in the US, there's high inflation. This war with Russia and Ukraine is affecting everywhere, right? And so if you're coming into a government like Nigeria, you have to have that in hindsight. You have a country that's not really producing anything, and whatever others have been doing to prop up that economy, and or they better like that, you just hang in there. Like you hang in there like that also, especially in precarious times like this, right? You guys, when you people, there were a lot of times I was telling you that you people don't even know what Buhari was doing. Like Buhari was really holding that economy so strong that time. But a lot of people didn't understand. I know I mentioned it severally here, and people were like, "Oh, you this APC, this is Fulani person." No, that's not, because I know that there was a lot of things going on at the time, but he was really managing it well at that time. And I would expect President Tinubu to manage it just like Buhari was managing it, bad, make it all they hang like that. Don't be the bad side. No, please, yeah. Now, so it reach for my mind for people. Make who go sleep. Tomorrow is another working day. By the grace of God, we'll continue the matter. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Please keep your comments civil. If I see any insult or any attack, I will not abide it, please. Let's be civil. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Share the video and support this page, support the channel by following, by clicking the like button, by reacting to the video. Thank you, everyone, and have a blessed night rest. I'll see you all next time. Thank you. Is it Buhari that removed the subsidy? I don't understand. I thought it was Baba Tinubu that removed the subsidy. Because in Tinubu, in President Buhari's time, there was COVID. Nigerian people didn't even feel that COVID, all those things that was going on, you know, like, you know. And when they were saying they will miss Buhari, people were smiling. They were like, hey, God, oh, God, no let person see back. You know, they never see anything. It's well. It's well.